Okay, welcome back. Today we're going to be reviewing the 714 method, and I've been watching the videos, so now I'm going to take a crack at it and just do a back test for September, and we're going to see. It seems pretty straightforward. um Obviously, I'm not aiming to be perfect, or I'm not saying that I am perfect at it, but I get the gist. So then let's take it. We starting on September. So rule number one: always put a vertical line at 1 p.m. Cool. So my line is close. I just want to mark the opening price here quickly. So opening price is a down candle, so we mark it from the top, because then price opened at the top and then went down. And then if it's bullish, you mark it from the bottom, because price opens then from the bottom and then it goes up. But in this case, it opened from a bearish candle. We then put another vertical line at 2 p.m. and then if price, as you see here, price has went low, so you would buy at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. hits. Where are you buying from? You are buying from the opening price. So key things. So you'd buy from the opening price, meaning that, and when you buy, everything is very specific. So that's what I like when I was watching the videos, that he's very intentional about everything that he's saying. So there are rules that you should follow, and the moment you break one, and then you should know that you're off track. So 50 pip stop loss, 50 pip for take profit. So it's a 1-to-1, depending on your lot size. That could be very little or a huge amount. And as you see here, 50 pips stop, 50 pip take profit. Price did not come back to our opening to give us another entry. There's a fair value gap, but yeah, so I don't want to mix things up. Okay, moving forward, let's go to Tuesday. So that one worked out. So for Monday, yes, 714, check. Following just the very simple rules, again, 1 p.m., put a line, highlight the opening, drag it out to the future. 2 p.m., price went up. So what would you be doing at 2 p.m.? You would be selling. So then we'd go to here. Again, at 2 p.m., as soon as you don't just sell. So I'm trying to see. So you're selling into the opening price at 2 p.m. and then if there's a second touch on your opening price, you sell again. Just refreshing myself here. So yes, so you do just sell at 2 p.m. since this is a time-based. So obviously, if you're selling exactly at 2 p.m., then you'd be able to put your stop at the top, I'm guessing. So it wouldn't be from here because I'm taking it from here. So the opening of this here is here, and let me see. So this is where it gets tricky when you're back testing, but I hope you get the gist. So 50 pip stop loss would be here, around there. So obviously, if you're entering there, you get it. I hope you get it. When you enter, and then you can put your stop loss. You don't put your stop loss then enter. So yeah, since we're doing a back test, and then you go for 50 pips right there. Cool. So that's one, and then we do get a second touch. So you rinse and repeat. Actually, let me save that. So let me save this here so that I don't need to keep popping it up. Sell. Let's put sell. So again here, if you bought there, as you see, price delivers. That's 2, so you would have gotten 2 entries here, and that's what the whole model is about. Let's move. So Tuesday, yes, again, so far so good, pretty straightforward, nothing complicated. We come again to Monday. Opening price for Monday. Okay. So I always like to put opening price first because sometimes you can't see. So opening price right there, and then Tuesday, saying Tuesday, Wednesday, and then 2 p.m. So that price has been going up, and following the strategy at 2 p.m. I would have sold. So let's see, 2 p.m. I would have sold. Two p.m. you would have sold. You would have gotten your 50 pips. If you just follow the strategy as is, price went up. 2 p.m. you sell. First things first, and then if you make it into, if it sells into the opening price, then you would have gotten another entry. So Wednesday, that would be a simple yes. So yeah, if I am doing it wrong, please do let me know. We are all always learning, especially a strategy that's new. But as I said, I think I have the gist of it. Again, opening price here. It's 1 o'clock now. We're on Thursday, 2 p.m. But price went up. At 2 p.m. you would sell. So let's see. Two p.m. sell. So as you see, that would have worked out again here by the skin of your teeth. But again, I'm literally taking it for verbatim, as in at 2 p.m. I sell. I know that it's been going up. 2 p.m. sell 50 pips in and out. And then if price manages to trade here again, you'd get another entry. But as you see, price was rejecting here, so you have to use your brain too, in terms of your trading knowledge. So let's see. Opening price, boom, 2 p.m. Price went. This is like a consolidation. So, this to me is not very precise. Like, I can't put a line and say, oh, it went up. Did it? And I can't put a line and say it went down. So this would have been a stalemate for me. Following the strategy would have been a stalemate. Reason being because it's consolidating. And then, so in my notes I wrote consolidation. Sometimes if the market is in a consolidation between 1 and 2, and after 2 goes up quickly and then drops down. So then market did not drop down here, it just kept on going up. So these are my notes from him, important little tidbits that I was writing down. Once you've been trading for a while, you know that there's certain things that are very important in terms of remembering and following. So now we are going to the second week of September. Let's highlight the opening price. Boom. Opening price. Like, again, not a very. Yeah, to me, this is a consolidation again. It's not, it's not very clear. And reason why I say that, look at where we're coming from. Straightforward. It's going up, sell. Straightforward. It's going up, sell. Straightforward. It's going up, sell. So So that's what I mean by when I say straightforward. And then when it's a consolidation, it's gonna give me too much to think about, and you don't want to do that when you're trading. So right here, this would have been a stalemate day for me. So you might be able to understand this, but for me, this is a stalemate day because at one we dropped down and then we went up. So it's like a 50-50. Yeah, it's like a 50-50 for me. This would have been a tricky day for me to just, see what's going on. So on days like that, which I'm sure everybody has, where yes, you have your strategy and you know how to read the chart, but there's just some days where you just, mm, what's going on here? So that's another important skill that you have to trust and understand within yourself, that you cannot trade every day. It's, yeah, you know. I'm sure when people sell their things, they'd like to tell you that, but yeah, you can't. Here again, um, yeah, this is just shitty for me, not straightforward. So leave it blank. Let's keep going. So we had one good week, and then now had a week where it's hard to tell. So, and again, I'm gonna keep repeating. That's what trading is. You cannot trade every day. So I like that there's a few shitty days here that we cannot see. So, okay, here we go. Price, easy to tell. Price went down. What do you do at 2? You buy. So, 2 p.m., pop, you buy. Um, just want to fix this. 50-50, hey. Come on, man. 50. Let me save this. Save as buy. Okay, it seems like so price open. Boom. I'm not sure. Let me see. So price would have stopped us out. Apparently, so here. See right there. Even though, yeah, following the rules. So on this Wednesday, so from Friday, no trade. Monday, no trade. Tuesday, no trade. Friday, we traded, but we lost. So that would have been the first loss, hypothetically speaking. So that's how you need to treat your back test. You need to take it seriously and you need to be honest. So moving on, opening price, boom, 2 p.m. Straightforward. Price is going down. 2 p.m. Buy. Straightforward. I like, you know. So I'm glad that we saw some shitty price action where that should let you know that you should probably stay away from that. So we get our first here. Boom. Price price goes all the way up, closes, and then here we've we could have gotten another entry. So let's see. It looks like it would have stopped us out from the things because from the wick. So one one trade, yes. Second trade would have been a loss here. Simple things. Yeah, because it gets here and then it goes way more than 50 pips. So then one win, one loss there. Let's keep going. So Friday again, 1 p.m. Opening price. Straightforward things. Price is going down. So what do we do at 2 p.m.? We buy. No noise. No noise. Don't like noise. Let's go. Simple. Um. So let's see. So would have been stopped out here. Because why? Price went lower than 50 pips, as you see. So yes, we had the direction right, but stop loss, following the rules. If I bought at 2 p.m., then I'm putting my stop loss where 50 pips down, and then aiming for 50 pips 1 to 1. So, and then price, let's see, ends up trading to this level here. And let's see if we try to following the rules, that if it does tap through and then close on the other side, then you'd put in another trade. So again here we'd have been stopped out again. So loss. So the first week 4 wins, second week 3 losses, 4 losses, 1 win. Let's keep going. Okay. Price opens. Price went up. Yeah, that's an up movement to me. Yeah, that's up to me. You know, the dominant move looks like the up one, and then it went down, but then it immediately rejected. So let me see. I'm in my notes. So price is going up. At 2, it dropped. So you would have gotten your 50 pips. But then as you see here, immediate reversal. Immediate reversal right here. So then here would have been good, I guess. So Monday, yes. So do excuse me if I'm just taking time. I'm looking at my notes so that I am excuse my voice. I've got some sinuses, so some frogs keep creeping in to my throat. But yeah. So price opens up. Bullish day, 2 p.m. Sell. Straightforward. I like it. I like it when it's straightforward. 2 p.m. sell. So 2 p.m. sell. Price comes back again here. You'd be expected to sell. Okay, so we would have won one, we would have lost one. Why? Not because we were wrong, but because why? We got stopped out again. So 1 win, 1 loss. That's Tuesday. Let's move on to Wednesday. Okay. Opening price. Opening price. 2 p.m. no sell. So we would have sold. As you see, it did not sell, so we would have lost there on that Wednesday. Again, price does come at a later point again, taps and closes. So, but this is like very late. You know, I'll understand if it's happening like around 3, 4. You could be around the chart still, but nobody's watching the chart like that. It's a bit crazy for me. That would be a bit crazy. So anyway, and then let's move on here. Opening price, bam. Shitty price action for me. So you must know what's shitty price action. If something is just choppy. So again, it's consolidating. Price went up and then went down. So this is one of the scenarios that he speaks about, where he says that sometimes price can consolidate, and then a 2 go up and then sell hard. So, but then obviously I don't know how you know, to me, as I was watching the videos, the missing component, or maybe that's the whole point of his strategy, that he doesn't wait for confirmations. So, when you learn something new, it gives you, oh, but this, it seems like this is missing, but maybe that's just the way that his strategy is. So, yeah, some things you just want to be sure about, but it's trading. So I kind of understand the whole, fuck it. It did this, I'm going to do that. You know, it takes away a lot of stress from overthinking. And when you overthink, you overanalyze, you just end up doing unnecessary things. So 1 p.m. price opens, sells. At 2, put in a buy. So we're doing this as, hopefully at 2 we buy. Hopefully I'm doing this as simple as possible, even an idiot can get this. We buy. Price closes over here, put in another buy. Let's see. So that's 2 wins here. So hopefully we can do the month, and then I'm gonna try and fast forward the video so it's not that long. Yeah. So let's keep going. So then 1 p.m. we sold. At 2 p.m. we buy. Simple. No? Let's see. So it looks like we would have been stopped out here. Because why? 2 p.m. we bought, stopped out. So that would have been a loss. Price did eventually go, but it did not come back and tap, so we didn't get that second entry. So just to share something, in terms of the second entry, I'd wait for price to close over here first. So let's say that I'm in this trade and it goes well, and then it closes here. Does that mean, or while it's still going here, does that mean that you should put in your trade? I think you should wait. Wait for what? A full candle to close. This is a good confirmation of, what, we have closed above here, so there's a good intention of us continuing. But if price is wicking, not to make it too complicated, but if price is wicking and these are just wicks, then I don't think that you should put the second trade. Just, yeah, that's just trading bars. Let's keep going. So what was this? Wasn't this Friday? No, that was Monday. So now we're on a Tuesday. Okay. Boop. Okay. What is this? Price is going down, I presume. Yeah, that's down for me. Like, yes, we have this big green candle, but it's how it looks, you know? And don't complicate it. How it looks. So then obviously at 2 we buy. Price closed above here. So this would have been another entry for me. Let's see there. So we did not get 500 pips here. Let's see. Close enough, yeah. We did not get 500 pips here. So I would have won one and lost one. Let's keep going. Opening price. See, clear cut price action. I love days like this. I love days like this. Because why? It's simple, it's easy. But those days don't come all the time. So now don't be, oh, the strategy doesn't work type, you know? Most people are like that. Because they expect every day to be perfect. As soon as the strategy doesn't work, they'll knock it. And a strategy can work and you can lose, like, for a whole month, and the strategy will still work, but it just means the conditions for the strategy are not primed, and everything like that. Everything has a season. So again, we keep going here. Price closes below here, and there's a season for reaping, and there's a season for sowing. So here would have been a great day. 2 wins. Boom, boom. Back to back. Let's keep moving. Almost done with the month. And then, yeah. I think that'll be enough for anybody that just wants to, just have an idea of what to do. Because, yeah. So price went down, goes up. So what do? You sell. Yes, this one here went down at 1, but which is the most obvious thing? As I was saying, do not complicate market structure, in terms of seeing, oh, are we bullish, are we bearish, oh, but this is baba. Simple. Just look at simple. The last thing it did, up, boom. If it's confusing, stay out. So then we highlight there. Price comes and where's this here? Okay. 2 sell right there. That's 1 win there. So price comes here again. Second time around, touches the OP and rejects. So I would have liked to see more rejections. One rejection wasn't going to give me confidence to jump in. Okay, we did. Here we go. So the same way I was saying that in order for you to be bullish, in order for you to be content with being bullish and to be sure of it, you want to wait for price to close on the upside like this, and you don't want to see wicks, and say that, oh yeah, I'm going to put the second move. This means that it's rejecting, especially if it gives you more than one, like you have like 2 of these. It's rejecting, which means that a reversal is coming. So price was what? Bullish in this gap here, the 1 to 2 gap. We sold, we got our first 50 pips, and then now you'd be waiting for another touch here. But then what would be the confirmation? I'd like to see a small kind of rejection. And as you see here, this bullish candle here was going up, didn't close above there, closed below the opening price, wicking. And then again here, this would have been a good entry. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but like trading has its nuances, and you need to put things together, and it's impossible to teach somebody a strategy and teach them everything. Impossible. Sometimes you just have to. It's experience too. So we're gonna stop here. We're gonna do this last one here, but I'm just sharing my 2 cents, in terms of how I look at the market. So here we had a boom, and so price went up, sell. Plain and simple, Baba. Don't complicate things. Okay, let's see. So here it would have worked out, okay. So that was gonna be a W. I didn't note here what was gonna be. It was gonna be a W, and then for the Wednesday, what was it gonna be? Wednesday was the W. So which one did I miss? I missed a gap here. Oh, it was Monday one. Okay. So Monday price went down, so you buy. So all right. So all in all, I didn't finish the month, but I just want to wrap this up because it's becoming a long video. So 4 wins, 6 wins, 7 wins, 8, 9 wins, 10 wins. Wait. So Monday 1, 2, 3, 4. These are days. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So in a month we got to the 25th. So that means minus Saturdays and blah 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 blah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 weeks, and we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 wins out of 20 days. And then we had how many losses? Well, that means we had 8 losses, obviously, out of those days. But also remember that there's days where we won and lost, so I'm counting that too. So yeah, don't over confuse it. So all in all, the system does have an edge. Looking at the numbers, is it straightforward? Is it easy all the time? No, it's not easy, because sometimes price action is just hard to read, especially if you are still new. So I think it's dope. The 714 does show potential in terms of scalping, for the in and out trader, for somebody that doesn't have a lot of time. Yeah. So shout out. We'll see. Maybe I'll spend some more time on it and give it a go myself. But this was just me back testing. That's it. I didn't say that I use it. I was just back testing. I watched a few videos, took down some notes, and this is my process. So yeah, hope you enjoy the video. If there's anything that doesn't make sense, or if there's anything where I'm completely wrong, please do let me know so that I know. Yeah, thanks for watching.